This story starts in July of 1992 in Italy, around 15 kilometers south of Ravenna, Emilia-Romagna. A new park opened to the public, Mirabilandia. The park, at the time of opening, directly rivaled Gardaland, which had been inaugurated in 1975 and was located on the shores of the Garda Lake in Veneto, precisely in Castelnuovo del Garda, and was predicted to earn 2 million annual visitors. Mirabilandia opened with several rides, such as the Rio Bravo river rafting ride, the first of its kind in Italy, Autosplash, the log flume themed to cars, and Tonante, the last wooden coaster to be ever designed by William Cobb, and the only one to have ever operated in our nation. However, Mirabilandia immediately appeared as oversized, as the projected attendance number never came to reality during the first years, peaking in 1993 with 950,000 guests, and then declining to around 660,000 in 1994-1996. The park was struggling and about to go bankrupt, also because the old owners, during their tenure, added only one attraction, which was Evolution, a buzzing Evolution ride, Imperator, which would later operate as Excalibur at Six Flags St. Louis. Eventually, in 1997, Mirabilandia's ownership changed to the hands of the Löffelhardt. I don't know German, so excuse me. To the hands of the Löffelhardt Casoli Group, which was composed by Gottlieb Löffelhardt, one of the founders of Phantasialand in Brühl, Germany, and Giancarlo Casoli. Under the new ownership, Mirabilandia saw many additions and changes. Most notably, in 1997, the oil towers, at the time Space Shop and Turbo Drop, were added to the park. In 1998, the L&T Systems Gold Digger was added, at the time called Wild Mouse, alongside a Kamikaze attraction, which acted as a fill-in ride. In fact, it would operate only that year and would be replaced the following year. And the old Mira and Billy Park area, which was the Luna Park area of Mirabilandia, was rethemed to La Vecchia Europa. 1999 saw the addition of Eurowheel, which is the tallest Ferris wheel in continental Europe to this day, and also Mirabilandia Express, the park's monorail, which would be removed during the pandemic. Other rides to debut in 1999 were Niagara, the park's Hopkins Shoot the Chutes ride, which is known today as El Dorado Falls, and Hurricane, the replacement to Kamikaze, which is a kind of a bigger version of it, and it is known as Pandemonium. With those additions, Mirabilandia experienced a quick growth and managed to reach 1.5 million visitors. But the focus of today's story comes now. In 1998, the inverted coaster made its debut to Italy with Gardaland's Blue Tornado. The coaster, a variation of the standard Vekoma SLC layout with a bonus helix, was the first attraction of the kind in Italy. Gardaland was the park that also revolutionized the concept of a thrill coaster in Italy, when in 1984 they had inaugurated a clone of Efteling's Python named Magic Mountain, which is Italy's first roller coaster with inversions. In 1999, Mirabilandia's roller coaster lineup was composed by the Wild Mouse, Sierra Tonante, the SDC powered coaster Explorer, which is now known as Rexplorer, and a standard Happy Mountain clone named Il Bruco Magico. The park lacked a roller coaster with inversions, and Sierra Tonante was the only thrill-seeking coaster, offering an experience with 1 kilometer of layout, a max height of 35 meters, and speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. However, this was soon to change. Black supports and track, Mayan theming, and an experience like no other was set to debut exactly in 2000, the start of a new millennium. And that year, Mirabilandia inaugurated Katun, the Mayan adventure. This roller coaster was a Bolliger and Mabillard inverted coaster, designed by them and by the world-famous studio engineer Buro Stengel. With Katun, a new area was built called La Città di Siancan to accompany the roller coaster, and Mirabilandia easily put themselves ahead of Gardaland. Katun is 50 meters tall, has a length of 1 kilometer 200 meters, and reaches speeds of up to 105 kilometers per hour at the bottom of the first drop. The coaster takes its riders to 6 inversions, a vertical loop, a zero-G roll, a snappy cobra roll, and 2 corkscrews. At the time, Katun was also Italy's tallest and fastest roller coaster, records that were later broken by iSpeed in 2009, and remains to this day the longest roller coaster in Italy, the longest inverted coaster in Europe, and until 2002 it was the tallest inverted coaster in Europe, before Jubilee Odyssey in Ingold Mel's Fantasy Island opened. Katun lasts a total of 2 minutes and 22 seconds from start to finish, and has been operating ever since 2000 as one of the icons of Mirabilandia, and is widely regarded as Europe's #1 inverted coaster. I also consider Katun as the pinnacle of Mirabilandia's rise from the ashes, and it is the coaster that truly put the park on the map and saved it from the 1996 crisis. A sad fact happened on the 18th of August 2007, when a 30-year-old guest lost his life after being struck by the moving train of the coaster. According to the reconstruction, he had bypassed the protective barrier in order to recover his head, which had fell when he rode the coaster with his girlfriend before his death. He was then struck by the legs of a 15-year-old, which reported multiple fractures and damage to the ligaments of the knee. The park was not convicted as the security signs and the protective barriers complied with the laws. After this sad event, here is Katun's main fun fact, and then I share my own personal experience based on my ride in September 2023. Initially, Katun was set to be named either Stargate or Millennium, and this name choice was in reference to his opening year, before receiving the current name and theming. A Katun is a period of 7,200 days, which is slightly less than 20 years in the Mayan calendar. Regarding my personal experience, during the 2 days I was at the park, I rode Katun only the first day, in first row, and it was my first ride of the day. I can say that it's everything you could expect from a B&M. Smooth, decently forceful, and it also has a pop of air time during the drop, because the drop turns slightly to the left and then it's pretty straight.
Best air time on an inverted coaster.
Yes? Well.
That first drop, very good.
I didn't ride it in the back as I feared the fact that I can't see where I'm going. But I can assure you that, as my first ever ride on a roller coaster that big. It was scary as hell, especially the sensation of feeling my stomach drop on every single downward movement. And let's say I said a lot of swear words on it. Sorry, Jesus. It was also scary for me during the helix because it runs really near the walls in that specific section, and I was terrified my legs would hit the wall. Apart from this, I enjoyed Katun, and it basically helped me to overcome my fear of roller coasters, and I'm grateful to have beaten it on this beautiful, majestic ride. Thank you for watching this video, and I highly suggest to start booking a trip to Mirabilandia if you ever think to visit Italy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.